I find so many people don't really understand about various governments and how we're each, under the state constitution, we're each allocated duties, primary duties that we are required to do. And the easiest way for me as a dyed-in-the-wool bean counter to figure out how any organization, what the goals of any organization are, is look how they spend their money. And it's the easiest way to do it. It doesn't matter private sector, public sector. You find out what people value, what companies value, and organizations by how they spend their money. But a little differently in the public sector, under our Constitution, governments are only allowed to do those things that they're specifically given permission to do. And county governments are not given permission, except in a couple of very narrow areas, to delve into economic development. Ports are, obviously, it's your primary mission. Our primary mission is public safety. And when you look at any county in the state, the majority of the money is spent on law and justice and roads and infrastructure leading to, and environmental health things leading to public safety. Clallam County, though, does have a couple of areas which amount to about 1.6% of our total budget, about $1.3 million in this year's budget, that are directly related to economic development. And that would be lodging tax, we heard a little bit of, about $400,000 a year, and the Opportunity Fund, which we talked about very briefly, or the board talked about very briefly, which is $900,000 a year of revenue that we, and expenditures that we plan on in each year. So out of a totality of a little over $80 million of our total budget, about 1.6% is spent on, or is directed to, or we are authorized to spend on economic development. So I just wanted to say that. At the same time, in our strategic plan and our mission and goal statement on our page, on our webpage, we do have, we did rewrite last year, at the beginning of the year, the board did consider and rewrite an economic development portion of our strategic plan, and that's what's listed here. That there'd be no, under jobs, no net loss of private sector jobs between the 2010 census and 2020 census, that 95% of employable citizens will be employed or looking for employment, up from the current 93%. Under median wages, that the consumer price index, these are our goals, plus 4%, would be 4% higher than the consumer price index, and that under median household income, we would also see the total income going up by the consumer price index plus 4%. And for that, we had 4 areas of economic focus, economic activities that would capitalize advantages and assets, marine trades, natural resources, forestry, fisheries, agriculture, advanced manufacturing, and tourism impact. So from those were the economic development portion of what county does, and while it's a very small portion of our total overall goals and objectives, and therefore our spending as it should be, it's a very, very important part, and we want to be partners. And we've been included in my I'm in my 11th year here now in this position, and we very much want to participate and try to, and all the different community-wide groups that we get together to try and help with the economy and help with the economic focus that have been led by, primarily in my time here, the EDC and Peninsula College. Those have been the 2 main public entities, in my judgment, that have led the activities that we've all participated in. We definitely want to be a big a partner in that. But again, I turned over to the commissioners. That was the reason for the statement of our economic development goals.
Well, I'll just reemphasize the information with regard to homelessness. The last survey that was done on the homeless found that 92% of the homeless are from Clallam County. Contrary to the theories that they're being imported because of the weather. The issues that the fundamental safety department with an increased amount of our population that just can't get by. And for the county to ignore that as a safety issue, I think is really too bad. But I would like to see economic development and success of the court to help with things such as taxes and employment. But there's another sector of our community that's growing rather rapidly since 2008, and it doesn't get a lot of attention. Another sector of the homeless are women that are living in an abusive environment with children. And that's the other thing that stands out in the surveys about the homeless, children. And living in cars, etc. At any rate, being able to provide jobs, I think, is critical to helping that sector of our community. It is our community.
So Commissioner Peach, can you share how large is that